FFmpeg. So FFmpeg is free software, but as you can see here from this humorous image, it sustains all the multimedia infrastructure. And that's true because all the websites that support multimedias and videos and audio, most probably they'll use FFmpeg in the engine bay. But if you take a look at their Twitter account, so there's praise, there's news, but there's also some rant and some, let's say, discussions, healthy discussions. So now I'm living in a rock, basically. So my social media are pretty much shut down now. As you can see, I don't post anything. Even on YouTube, it's even rarer and rarer, but try to come back as promised. I always like this, but you see that it will be not so true. Anyway, one of the reasons why I don't post on social media because this brain rot really drains me. So this is something that I don't like at all. But let's see a bit what's there in the news and what can we talk about. And I would like to raise a point of discussion with you guys. This is the Twitter account of FFmpeg. FFmpeg is free and open source software. So this is thanks to the fruit of, say, contributors, and they are not paid. So this is not corporate. And if you go to the website, you can also hire them. So this is the list of the developers that are available for consultancies. And these are people that are doing something else in their daily job, and their free time, they are, say, developing FFmpeg and finding new encoders, decoders, and then maintaining the whole project. So this is something that is a huge work and contribution with a lot of expertise. And I've been working in this industry for more than 10 years, and I'm not at their level, I might say, maybe with a bit, always maybe I know more with that, what I don't know, but anyway, this is a really wonderful guys. And then this is a really amazing job. You can see FFmpeg is used everywhere, and they are meant to play every video, encode and decode every video that is available ever. So this is something that must be taken into consideration. Then you see the Twitter account. They seem, so some people say that there are two different worlds, and some people get really discouraged by looking at the Twitter account of FFmpeg, because sometimes, okay, there's praise, there's news, there's say, congratulations guys on this really good thing, but also sometimes there are some rants, some discussions that are basically childish. So this is something that it's not so good for a tool that is considered by professionals and experts as a good tool. So first thing, there's still a lot, okay, some discussion upon the fact that FFmpeg is free software, as some people get a bit, let's say, ashamed probably, that they don't want to admit that they're using free and open source software in their solution, but there's the list of all the software that use FFmpeg, and this is far from being complete, because a lot of companies and a lot of people that are so they're not in this list, and especially so there were some discussion about this company called Bitmoving, so providing solutions for video infrastructure, encoding, player, and analytics, where they were basically saying that they are not using FFmpeg, but in reality they're using FFmpeg. This is maybe the last that I've seen so far, but I've seen other companies in the past that were not so announced, so I don't have any sources to say it. Maybe they're using other tool using FFmpeg, so they say they don't directly use FFmpeg, but the transition thing that you're using a tool that uses another tool, it's like using another tool. So it's like saying I'm making a program that uses VLC, but VLC uses FFmpeg, but I say that I use VLC that doesn't use FFmpeg. So this is more or less the thing. And then in the end, they had to apologize. So clarify my respect to FFmpeg in the comments and clarify that I'm focusing more on the challenge of scaling software like that in the cloud, doing disturbed chunked encoding, using spot instances, doing distributed rate control. That's hard stuff. I know, so it's hard, and all the things that is on top, something, okay, it's an improvement, but you are standing on the shoulder of giants. So it's something that we must take in consideration. Also, there's a recent discussion by Theo. So this is a very famous YouTuber that was saying essentially in the beginning, now all the tweets and all the videos that we are considering they have been deleted. So we only have the shadow references by the Londuc journal. And says that essentially in the beginning, he was mourning on the fact that he was using VLC, but VLC was not working as expected. In fact, there is a long time coming release. There is VLC number 4 that so it's yet to be released, and it's a long time. It needs to be deployed, but still the time has not come. And he was mourning that his video were not seen correctly, but it's free software, guys. So it's something. Here we see in Italy that a caval donato non si guarda in bocca. So you don't look in the mouth of the gifted horse. So once something comes for free and you don't pay anything for it, don't moan so much about the quality of what you have. So it's everything coming for free, and also consider it's good quality stuff. No need to moan so much about. Then he donated $5,000 about it. So here, no, it's some. So he basically donated $5,000 to the project, and then he said, since there was a pretty harsh discussion between the guys, between this guy and FFmpeg, that it was pretty harsh and also a bit childish, I must say. So FFmpeg deserves more funding. I have donated $5,000 already. Then this is the catch. I will donate another $20,000 if the current admin of the FFmpeg account resigns. So it was a kind of a harsh thing. Then there was also some internal discussions in the forums, the FFmpeg forums. So they were voting if we need to approve or disapprove this stuff. So they agree or disagree with this thing. Then in the end, it was settled privately, and so here, in the end, it says that Theo, who appears to have a personal vendetta against the person behind the FFmpeg account, okay, and also offending. So. In response, a small number of FFmpeg contributors are proposing a vote on whether not to remove access. I said, other FFmpeg contributors are pointing out that Theo's actions are those of a bully, manipulating a project and attacking individuals with large bounties, screaming, profanity, and name-calling. Then there's the update, and Theo says that these have been privately settled and has deleted his ex-post offering the monetary bounty. Theo also says that he has been tone policed by Londuc of all people. So here, Londuc Journal put himself in the middle to be the peace bringer between the two parties. And here can also say about the 20,000 bounty thing. There's Jean-Baptiste Kempf, one of the main contributors of FFmpeg, that says that, okay, the FFmpeg community is fluid and there is not really one voice, one opinion, one team. So there is one manager and maybe it's not dialoguing. It's not making any dialogue with the other developers all over the world. And this is happening everywhere. So there is a company where there's a organization that is more than, let's say, 4 people. So there is always a fifth person that tells something on behalf of the other, and the other people don't know. So it's something that is pretty normal. And this is an organization that is a bit bigger for how, say, free and open source related it might be. And okay, also Jean-Baptiste Kempf talked about this with Theo directly to cool things down. Those things should not happen like that. But such is life on social media. So this also got a bit of attention because when it raised, let's say, discussions, the social media are always there. And this raised also in Out of the Loop. This is the channel for me, Out of the Loop. So where there is some relevant news, it arrives. And to arrive here, it means that the discussion was very, very, very big. And this is another thing. What happened recently is that Google released, thanks to the Deep Sleep. So Deep Sleep is this AI agent developed by Google DeepMind and Google Project Zero that actively searches and finds unknown security vulnerabilities in software. By November 2024, okay, so this is related to last year, but now we are in November 2025, and recently, it happened that some of the CVEs, some of the security reports that have been issued by Deep Sleep, so automatically looked out and found by Deep Sleep itself, found out that there are some security issues in FFmpeg. And I assume that this might happen. So this is something that I assume that you need a piece of software that is like this. We have also in smaller programs some, let's say, critical issues about security and stuff. And also this is something done in C, so it leaves a bit of room for this kind of thing. In fact, the vast majority of security issues dealing with software is memory violation. And C, the language FFmpeg is built on, is so is prone to be having memory violation if not managed correctly. And so to err is human, let's say. So this is not something put on purpose. And in particular, so FFmpeg takes care of the security so that they ignore it. But given the fact that this is a run by volunteer company, you got to take the time of the volunteers. So as soon as they patch the thing, it's something that must be taken into consideration. The main discussion is not so much the finding of the security breaches, but it's more what is said in the ticket. So here in the issue, okay, you have all the description of the issue. It's about remember that in the end, it's very easy to patch because it's a memory violation that essentially you allocate the memory and then you free it. You got to also zero out, you got to know the pointer that points to the previous memory that you used. So it's very easy to patch. It's a single line. But in reality, the problem is what comes in the end here. So Google Big Sleep, disclosure policy. This bug is subject to a 90-day disclosure deadline. If a fix for this issue is made available to users before the end of the 90-day deadline, this bug report will become public 30 days after the fix was made available. Otherwise, this bug report will become public at the deadline. The scheduled deadline is 25th, 11/20. So now I guess they They're about to patch it. We are the 14th today, and I'm a bit late to this. This was reported as you don't see, so it's right here, the 20th of August, 2025. So some months ago. And it seems like, so this is okay, Big Sleep 440183164. And yes, it's already been corrected. So this is something that so it has been promptly corrected. But the main issue is it's a free software organization. There's a big company that is essentially, let's say, threatening, even if maybe the word is not that one, threatening an organization to patch some software, otherwise it is made public. Okay, maybe it's a push for these people to patch it as soon as possible, so maybe it's not an evil intent, but is it like legit, something like this? There's also some discussion still on Twitter, and there's a Gimvael, so it's sorry for butchering his name, Gimvael Coldwin, that says on one side that, as I've mentioned in another thread, I'm strongly in favor of larger companies sending money into open source projects, for example, by hiring a contractor to do the patching. But this is due to them benefiting from the project, which admittedly is a separate discussion. And the fact is, yes, needs to be said that the deadline of security reports is there so that defenders, users get a timely notification that there is a known issue. Personally, I think that transparency is key here. For example, announcing that we are flooded with bug reports, don't expect fast fixes. So this is something that, so it's quite important. It's also happening everywhere in an organization that is big enough. When they have a lot of bugs, they cannot solve them in time. There's always leaves some room for some security breaches. And so some people debate about the fact that this must not be a volunteer project. So as big like this eventually must be, let's say, corporate, so making money out of it. So my opinion would be that since it's free like so, it's also good for the other people to inspect it, and having this piece of software that is rather big and being open source. Okay, on one side, it can be also leaving some room for some security breaches, but it's like the cost of living, let's say. It's like breathing. It's like pretending that we can't breathe because we don't want to breathe because otherwise we age. So there's always this risk. Or if I go to the stairs and I climb up the stairs, I might fall. So I don't have to take the stairs because I fall. It's more or less that kind of thing on one side. On the other, there's a thing that people are pretending something out of a software that is managed by volunteers that needs to be more than that. I don't know. So this is so I'm more for the fact to remain like this because this is the benefit of the company. So on the other side, about security issues, there's somebody like Linus Torvalds, so the original developer and maintainer of the Linux kernel, Linux by itself. He is still maintaining after 30 years the kernel, and he always says that security patches must be well done, and making them well requires time. So making patches that are essential patches, like sticky patches, is something that shouldn't be. And no, guys, so I see plenty of opinions. This is mine. I love to see yours. So please comment. I would like to raise some discussion upon this. And see you next time for other content. And probably I will do something like this if something else comes. And see you next time with other videos related to multimedia, but also much, much, much more. Ciao.